안녕하세요, 안타키입니다. Stay with us for the next few minutes and learn some useful Korean expressions. Now, let's say hello to 지승현 선생님. 안녕하세요, 선생님.
안녕하세요. 안녕하세요. 지승현입니다. We have a great and useful Korean expressions coming up, so please stay with us.
Now, before we get started on this edition, let's go for a quick review of what we learned in our last lesson. 선생님, you seem well rested and perkier than usual. Did you get some quality sleep last night?
네, 잠을 많이 자서 안 피곤해요.
선생님 just used the expression that we learned in our last lesson to tell us that she got plenty of sleep last night and that she isn't at all tired now. Okay, 선생님, I know you're really busy with work and everything, but you really shouldn't push yourself too hard.
Well, thanks for that advice.
All right, okay. Now, I just told 선생님 that she shouldn't push herself too hard, right? I used a negative request or a negative command to tell her not to do something. Right, so this is what we're going to be learning in this lesson. Now, let's take a look at the clip.
마이클 씨, 저 민욱이에요.
민욱 씨, 웬일이에요?
약속 장소가 바뀌어서 전화했어요. 이따가 수지 씨 집으로 오지 마세요.
그럼 어디로 가야 돼요?
수지 씨 회사 커피숍으로 오세요.
버스로 얼마나 걸려요?
1시간쯤 걸려요. 그런데 오늘은 버스 타지 마세요. 비가 와서 길이 막힐 거예요.
네, 그럼 이따가 만나요.
늦지 마세요.
Minuk calls Michael on the phone to tell him that there's been a change in the place where they are supposed to meet. He tells Michael not to go to Suji's house, now which was the original place where they were supposed to meet. Now instead he tells him to come to the cafe nearby Suji's office. Right, Michael asks how long it will take him to get there by bus, and Minuk tells him not to take the bus because there's a big traffic jam because of the rain. When Michael is about to hang up, Minuk reminds him not to be late. In this lesson, we'll learn how to use the expression 지 마세요 to give negative orders to tell someone not to do something. Now let's begin by going over some new words. Please repeat after 선생님.
담배를 피우다. 담배를 피우다. 여기에 앉다. 여기에 앉다. 운전하다. 운전하다. 떠들다. 떠들다.
So, how are these words used in everyday conversation? Let's take a look.
이따가 수지 씨 집으로 오지 마세요. 그런데 오늘은 버스 타지 마세요. 늦지 마세요.
Minuk says that there has been a change in plans and now they are supposed to meet somewhere else. Okay, he tells Michael not to go to Suji's house, which was originally where they were supposed to meet. Now, how did he say this in Korean?
이따가 수지 씨 집으로 오지 마세요.
Minuk also tells Michael not to take the bus. Now, what was the expression in Korean?
오늘은 버스 타지 마세요.
You may have noticed the common phrase in the expressions 오지 마세요 and 타지 마세요, right? It's the phrase 지 마세요, right? Now, 선생님, when do we use this?
The expression 지 마세요 is a negative order telling a person not to do something. It's the expression we can use when we want to politely order someone not to do something. We can only use it with verbs, and it doesn't make a difference whether the verb stem ends in a vowel or a consonant. We can use 지 마세요 in both cases.
It sounds simple enough. Now, why don't we get some practice using the phrase 지 마세요 to form some negative commands. Listen to 선생님.
담배를 피우다. 담배를 피우지 마세요. 여기에 앉다. 여기에 앉지 마세요. 운전하다. 운전하지 마세요. 떠들다. 떠들지 마세요.
We'll use some illustrations now to study some more examples of negative commands. This man is not feeling well.
담배를 피우지 마세요.
This chair has just been painted.
여기에 앉지 마세요.
This person has been drinking.
운전하지 마세요.
We're in the library.
떠들지 마세요.
It's time to learn some extra expressions. Now, in the clip that we saw earlier, Minuk calls Michael on the phone and Michael asks him why he has called. Now, what was the expression in Korean?
웬일이에요?
Well, this is like asking what's up in English, okay? Why don't you try saying it then?
웬일이에요? 웬일이에요?
Minuk says that he called because there's been a change in plans and they're supposed to meet somewhere else.
Okay, let's look at the phrase to say that there has been a change in the meeting place. That was 약속 장소가 바뀌어서, right? 약속 means appointment and 장소 is place, while 바뀌다 means to change.
We also heard Minuk say that traffic should be heavy because of the rain. Now, how would we say in Korean that the traffic should be heavy?
길이 막힐 거예요. 길이 막힐 거예요.
Now, one more thing. In the Korean expression for see you later, we ran across the word 이따가, which means later. All right, now don't forget this. Now let's get a review of what we have learned by taking a look at the clip.
마이클 씨, 저 민욱이에요.
마이클 씨, 저 민욱이에요.
민욱 씨, 웬일이에요?
민욱 씨, 웬일이에요?
약속 장소가 바뀌어서 전화했어요.
약속 장소가 바뀌어서 전화했어요.
이따가 수지 씨 집으로 오지 마세요.
이따가 수지 씨 집으로 오지 마세요.
그럼 어디로 가야 돼요?
그럼 어디로 가야 돼요?
수지 씨 회사 커피숍으로 오세요.
수지 씨 회사 커피숍으로 오세요.
버스로 얼마나 걸려요?
버스로 얼마나 걸려요?
1시간쯤 걸려요.
한 시간쯤 걸려요.
그런데 오늘은 버스 타지 마세요.
그런데 오늘은 버스 타지 마세요.
비가 와서 길이 막힐 거예요.
비가 와서 길이 막힐 거예요.
네. 그럼 이따가 만나요.
네, 그럼 이따가 만나요.
늦지 마세요.
늦지 마세요.
Let's get a wrap up on what was in this lesson. Now we are going to take a look at the entire clip once again.
마이클 씨, 저 민욱이에요.
민욱 씨, 웬일이에요?
약속 장소가 바뀌어서 전화했어요. 이따가 수지 씨 집으로 오지 마세요.
그럼 어디로 가야 돼요?
수지 씨 회사 커피숍으로 오세요.
버스로 얼마나 걸려요?
1시간쯤 걸려요. 그런데 오늘은 버스 타지 마세요. 비가 와서 길이 막힐 거예요.
네. 그럼 이따가 만나요.
늦지 마세요.
Time now to learn some accurate Korean pronunciations. Now we're going to take a closer look at some double consonant 받침. Remember, 받침 are the letters that come at the bottom of Korean characters. This character has two 받침 next to one another. That is the letter pi읍 and the letter 시옷. This is the only case when we can have two consonants next to each other. So how would we pronounce these two consonants together? Now let's find out with 선생님.
갑, 갑, 갑.
Notice that we can hear the pi읍 sound, but we cannot hear the 시옷 sound, right? So it's basically like having the character with a single pi읍 받침. 갑, 갑. It's the same pronunciation. The word 갑 with the single 받침 pi읍 means pack for a pack of cigarettes, for example, while the word 갑 with the double consonant 받침 is referring to the price of something. Now, both of these words sound the same when they stand independently, but when we have a particle starting with a vowel sound coming right after it, the pronunciation changes. Now, let's find out how they do that with 선생님.
값이, 값이, 값이. 갑이, 갑이, 갑이.
Let's check on one more example. It's the word 없다, meaning that something is not there.
없다, 없다, 없어요, 없어요.
Well, that is all the time we have for this lesson. Until next time, 안녕히 계세요.